very excited to share the revelation of God with you. This message has taken me, almost 42 years to understand it and really grab it, and I'm still growing with it to understand it. This message, what I'm about to share with you, is going to help you greatly in terms of understanding where your wealth is. Because oftentimes we think that wealth is in a job, wealth it's in resources, but we never look at the place where wealth is. So the title of our message today is Wealth is Inherent. It means that you were born with your wealth inside of you. Your wealth is not in the past, it's not ahead of you, it's right there where you are standing inside of you. A great illustration to illustrate where your wealth is, it's a seed. This is a seed of an apple, very tiny, very small. But the amazing thing about this seed is it's able to produce this big thing. And it doesn't only produce one fruit, it produces many fruits. Actually, endless fruit, because the fruits contain the beginning inside of it. This means that your wealth does not end, it's endless. After you begin and it has produced something, it already has the seed of that something to produce greater, because after eating these fruits, the only thing that is going to be left is the seed. And the seed says to you, see destiny inside of me. This is great. The wealth of God, He placed it in a thing so that a thing can have the responsibility of producing it. Now, when you look at this seed, if you just look at it, it looks unimportant, like nothing. But yet it is the fruits. It's a forest. It's a business. How many businesses has this small seed, this very, very small seed has produced? Apples. You can think of all the byproduct of apples. Juice, medicine, lotions. You can think of all that the apple has produced. So your inherent wealth that is inside of you has multitude of business beyond yourself to other people. Now, the great thing about the wealth of God is it starts with small, medium, long term. This seed will take 7 years to produce. So I'm holding a 7-year plan. But the 7-year plan will never start until, as long as I'm still holding it in my pocket or put it in a table or somewhere. It begins when I prepare an environment where I plant it. Immediately, it gives me a vision of it, which is this apples. And then it gives me a responsibility to respond with my own ability, while it responds with its own abilities to produce the tree with fruits that is inside of it. So once I have this seed, I don't longer struggle with unemployment. I have an employment of producing the seed. So there are different types of seed. Some seed takes 3 months, which is season. Some seed 2 seasons. Some seed Njalonji. Do you get it? So if I have a garden of variety of food, it means that I will never lack my food, because my food will be in what I produce from the little that has a big harvest. But the important thing about the wealth of God is you came with everything you need inside of you, just as the seed came with the tree with fruits inside of it. It needs an environment where it will produce. not an environment that will distract it from producing. So that's why it's important that you keep a company that helps you to produce, just as a seed keeps a company of the soils, the sun, rain, wind, insects, animals, and people to produce its best. Now, today, live here knowing that my wealth is inside of me. God placed it in where I cannot miss it, but I have to think about it, study about it, understand how to plant it, meaning how to implement it according to the laws that He has already given me. This has an environment where it needs to be planted in order for it to produce seed. So that is why it's key to producing your wealth is to put your wealth where, in a proper environment rather, where it can produce for you. So your wealth is inside of you. You are born to produce that wealth. Your weight is not ahead of you. It's inside of you. Your wealth is the life God has given you to produce it. So don't worry about your wealth. Implement it little by little, because your wealth keeps growing daily. Daily it grows. Daily it grows. Daily it grows until it produces fruit that attract people to you that you can serve with your wealth. Because these fruits, when it's in a tree, the tree doesn't shout your name. You go to it, and you will have to pay whoever has planted it if you want it. So your wealth, it's going to attract people once it has grown, developed, and produced. It's standing there. It says, you can have me. And the good thing about it is your wealth will not end. Whoever buys it has an opportunity to plant it wherever it goes. Just imagine this. This means that this fruit already has about 4 to 5 branches inside of it. Whoever buys it already has the potential of producing 5 or 4 trees inside of it. Isn't that great? It means that your wealth will never stop producing. And the wealth of these fruits, it's in the seed. This means after the seed produce a tree with fruit dies, there is many seed in the fruits that will continue to produce beyond its grave. This is great. This just really fuels my mind. What I have inside of me will live beyond my grave. I don't have to worry about it, because what is inside of me will live beyond my grave. What I have to do is just to produce it, is just to look after me, because looking after me is looking after my wealth. Just as looking after this seed is looking after this apple. Wow, think about it. Looking after this seed is looking after this apple. Do you get it? It means that this seed gives me employment. This seed gives me food. This seed gives me oxygen. This seed gives me everything I need to survive. Not to survive, to thrive in life, to live a prosperous life with peace of mind, with no shortage. The peace of mind comes because I don't have to worry, where will the food come from? I know the food is in the seed. Oh boy. Do you get it? So, live knowing that my future is inside of me. I have a responsibility of producing it. Do you get that? You have a responsibility of producing it. Respond with your ability and the ability of what God has given me. If I plant this, I am responding with the ability God has given me to produce the seed. Wow. And as you grow and develop, don't look at how things look like. You look at the vision. The vision is the apple. Always see this. When people ask you, why is it taking so? Don't worry, this is the end. Wow, this is the end that will be. Oh, just love it, hey? Think about it. So don't worry, work out your dream. Thank you very much. Enjoy knowing that my wealth is inside of me. Sharp. Bye-bye.